Emmerdale villain Dr. Todd has started yet another blackmail scheme, and many viewers now believe it could ultimately end with her death. In recent months, ITV audiences have seen Caitlin evolve from a tough and demanding consultant into one of the soap's most sinister and manipulative figures. What first seemed like firm supervision at the hospital quickly escalated into a targeted campaign against trainee medic Jacob Sugden, involving emotional pressure as well as professional humiliation. Although Caitlin recently stepped away from her position, claiming she had chosen to retire early, she now blames Jacob for forcing her out of a highly respected career. At the same time, she is aware of Charity Dingle's explosive secret, that baby Leyla is actually the biological child of Charity and Ross Barton, rather than Jacob and Sarah Sugden. During Wednesday's visit to the village, Caitlin continued growing closer to her new roommate, Vanessa Woodfield, much to Charity's frustration, and the pair eventually shared a kiss. Caitlin later warned Charity that her entire world could collapse if the truth about the baby became public, before demanding cash in exchange for her silence. Charity fought back by pointing out that the ex-doctor had illegally obtained proof of Leyla's real parentage through stolen confidential medical records. However, Caitlin insisted she no longer cared about the consequences and suggested that a payment of several £1,000s would keep her quiet. Later at the pub, Charity boldly rejected the blackmail attempt, arguing that villagers would likely sympathise with her once they learned how badly Caitlin had treated Jacob. Charity eventually confronted Caitlin again at her house and reluctantly agreed to hand over £1,000 to protect the secret. But Caitlin raised the stakes after revealing Vanessa had shared details about Charity's troubled history as a mother. She then demanded a massive £10,000 by the following day, describing it as compensation for the damage Jacob had supposedly caused to her career. After Caitlin's latest threat, many Emmerdale fans are now convinced Charity could end up killing her to prevent Leyla's true parentage from being exposed. Emmerdale is set to welcome 2 brand new characters, with the newcomers expected to cause major disruption for 2 of the village's most iconic families. Soap producer Laura Shaw has confirmed that 2 fresh arrivals will soon make their debut, with both characters linked to the Tate and Sugden clans. Ever since Joe Tate returned to the ITV soap in 2024, alongside his grandmother Kim, after stealing Caleb Milligan's kidney, the show has been gradually rebuilding the once powerful Tate dynasty. Laura explained that although everyone always talks about the Dingles, she wanted to focus on strengthening some of the soap's other famous families as well. Because of that, new additions are now being introduced to expand the family networks. Speaking to Inside Soap, Laura teased, there's going to be a couple of arrivals to strengthen both the Tate and Sugden clans. She also shared that she wanted audiences to remember Sarah's roots within the Sugden family. Laura further explained that bringing back Dawn Fletcher and Graham Foster was part of a wider effort to reinforce the Tate presence at Home Farm. Laughing about the decision, she admitted, "We went a bit mad." Although Laura refused to reveal exactly who the new characters are or how they connect to the families, she stressed that rebuilding the Tate family unit has become a major priority for the show. As part of Emmerdale's renewed focus on the Tates, recent episodes saw Joe Tate begin a secret romance with Dawn, the stepdaughter of Kim Tate. Dawn became so invested in Joe that she decided to end her marriage to Billy Fletcher, leaving him heartbroken. The couple later became engaged, and Dawn is now pregnant with Joe's baby. However, everything changed when Dawn uncovered the truth about Joe's manipulation. She discovered that he had used evidence connected to Victoria Sugden, killing her dangerous brother John, as blackmail against the family, and that was only the beginning of his lies. Moira Dingle later revealed that Joe had played a role in her imprisonment after setting her up and knowingly allowed her to remain behind bars, despite being able to help clear her name. Though Dawn initially struggled to believe it, she eventually realized Moira had been telling the truth all along. After learning the full extent of Joe's actions against both Victoria and Moira, Dawn decided she no longer wanted a future with him. Despite that, she has continued pretending everything is normal instead of ending their engagement. Behind Joe's back, Dawn secretly joined forces with Moira and Kane Dingle in a plan to destroy him and take away everything he has. Her revenge scheme is expected to unravel in upcoming episodes, and spoilers suggest Dawn could soon find herself in serious danger. Fans have also become increasingly worried about Dawn's future, following reports claiming actress Olivia Bromley may be leaving Emmerdale. According to The Sun, the actress has allegedly been written out of the soap after 8 years, with her final scenes expected to be filmed later this year. Neither the show nor Olivia herself has officially confirmed the rumours. During her years in the village, Dawn has been involved in several dramatic storylines, including drug addiction, prostitution, escaping a criminal gang, and the killing of D.I. Malone. Ross Barton is heading for an unexpected new romance in Emmerdale, and it's not with Charity Dingle or Gabby Thomas, as many fans had predicted. The ITV soap is preparing a surprising love storyline for Ross, one viewers are unlikely to see coming. Ross was previously involved with Steph Milligan, before later enjoying a brief fling with Manpreet Sharma. He then became romantically involved with Charity Dingle, which eventually resulted in Charity becoming pregnant with his child. Charity recently gave birth to baby Leyla, but she and Ross are keeping the truth hidden from the rest of the village. Most residents currently believe Leyla is actually the child of Sarah Sugden and Jacob Sugden. The confusion began after Charity agreed to become a surrogate for her granddaughter Sarah, only to unexpectedly conceive Ross's baby instead. More recently, viewers noticed signs of flirting between Ross and Gabby Thomas after he started working at Home Farm, leading many fans to suspect a romance could be developing between them. However, despite the speculation surrounding Gabby and Charity, neither woman is set to become Ross's next serious love interest. Speaking to Inside Soap magazine, producer Laura Shaw teased that Ross will instead enjoy a little dalliance with Laurel Thomas. Laura explained, "Funnily enough, we know he likes older women, so there's going to be a little romance between Ross and Laurel." She also hinted that Gabby could begin developing feelings for Ross at the same time, creating awkward tension once she discovers he is involved with her own stepmother. Laura added, "We're also seeing Gabby start to become a bit smitten with Ross, so it'll be interesting to see how she reacts when she finds out the other woman in his life is Laurel." The storyline could leave Gabby heartbroken if Ross becomes too distracted by Laurel to notice her interest. The twist may shock long-time viewers, especially considering Ross and Laurel's troubled history. When Ross first arrived in the village years ago, he carjacked Laurel and left her badly shaken. Laura also opened up about the future of the explosive baby secret involving Ross and Charity, hinting that the truth could soon destroy the family. She teased, "It's going to be huge and completely tear the family apart." Laura explained that viewers will especially sympathize with Sarah and Jacob because they currently believe they are happily raising Leyla together. Emmerdale continues airing on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available to stream on ITVX.